What is up, my family? Today I have a big surprise for you. As you know, last year a big goal of mine was getting the Porsche 911, one of my dream cars. And as you know, I am from Texas, and in Texas it's either go big or go home. I've been wanting a truck for a while now, and although I didn't get something with the flatbed, I did get an SUV that'll give me the perfect balance of having my sport luxury Porsche 911, which I nicknamed the Batmobile, and now my off-road daily, which is nicknamed the Tumbler. Now that you got a chance to see what the big surprise is all about, let me give you a tour of everything about the car, a little bit of details here and there, and just doing a little walk around about it. First, let's talk about the exterior of the vehicle. This is a Ford Bronco Raptor, so this thing is huge. Not only is it wide, it is wide like a regular F-150 Raptor, so it comes with the 3 lights that is required by legal guidelines in order to have if you have a car this wide. It comes with the Raptor lettering as well for the front grille, so it has Ford written over it. Also a little camera right there. Underneath, also, if I want to take this thing off-roading, there's a skid plate right there for any rocks that will hit it. Now, let's go a little bit around it. I did buy this as it already had a wrap on it. I did purchase it from Park Place Porsche. You know where to go whenever you need to purchase any of your vehicles. Park Place is the way. Lifelong customer. You know I purchased my sister's vehicle from there. Although I didn't purchase the 911 from there because I got that from Ferrari, I will be doing majority of my purchases for vehicles from Park Place. I love working with my boys Waleed and Zane, and also service manager Michael Hayes, and also my service guy Francisco. That's the place you need to be. Best service all around wherever it comes to the DFW area. But outside of that, I bought this with the wrap on it. It is matte black and it looks beautiful. I nicknamed it the Tumbler because The Dark Knight is one of my favorite trilogies. You know, Batman's one of my favorite superheroes outside of Spider-Man. But because of that reason, I have nicknamed it the Tumbler, and it looks like the Tumbler from the movie as well. It comes with these huge 37-inch tires. So these are the biggest tires you can get on a production vehicle anywhere, and no other vehicle makes them. Not even the F-150 Raptor has tires that are this big. They're all terrain and even has Baja Champion written on the bottom corner. And what I'm going to tell you right here is, if you can look super closely, hold on, I gotta see it myself. If you look closely, there's a couple of dates right on top here: 1967, 69, 71, and 72. And that's when the original Bronco had won some Baja Champions. That's why there's also Baja Champion written on these tires for all-terrain purposes. Right here, because the vehicle is so big, it has a step on it too in order for me to get inside of it. And over here, as you can see, Fox suspension built into the Raptor. This is also on the F-150 Raptor as well, outside of the Bronco Raptor. But although I do have all these features for off-roading, more than likely, this is gonna be a mall crawler, so I'll just be driving it around the city. And I feel like it makes a big statement. Anytime I have this parked, anytime I'm driving around, people are looking at it. People are even asking me what car it is because they don't really see Bronco Raptors a lot. Nicknamed Braptor, all right? Ain't no regular Bronco, it's an effing Braptor, all right? That's gonna be the caption whenever I post this. But outside of this, on the back, to make sure you know this is a Raptor, there's lettering back here. There's this huge spare tire of the 37-inch. So it's a full-size tire that I can use for my spare, and then blacked out everything with the Bronco logo on here. But as I was driving the vehicle, I realized, you know, the Porsche has a horse emblem and the Bronco has a horse emblem. So, you know, Texas cowboy over here, always riding his horses. But now that we've seen exterior of the vehicle, I'm now going to show you the interior of the vehicle. So let's go ahead and jump in the driver's seat. You hear that? Solid doors. All right, see that? Look. Y'all know I'm a short king, so it's hard to get in here sometimes, but luckily I have the step, and in order to get in my vehicle, I grab it up here. I have some nets right here. These also can be replaced with solid ones where you can put stuff in here, but I think I'll be fine with the net over here. Ford Performance Raptor all-weather mats. As you can look in, this isn't a regular Bronco because of the fact you get a beefier steering wheel as well as many options that are a little bit different. As you can see, there's a bunch of orange accents all over the vehicle, and that is labeled as code orange. It's like a Raptor staple now for how the main color that they have for the Raptor series. And we have Raptor written right here, the black Bronco logo. And it's just a nice place to be when it comes to the interior of the vehicle. I have a USB-C, USB-A, and let's go ahead and turn it on. As you look in, it is a very simple setup as I like it. I have my speedometer and I have my infotainment screen, and that's all I need. I do not like how many of these car brands are making screens that stretch all the way across. I don't like that personally, but I do like the fact that I have so many manual buttons that I can control, whether it's the AC control. AC control needs to be physical buttons at all times, and it just feels so rugged and refined in here, but also I feel honestly luxurious, because if you can't see, the seats I'm sitting on are not only leather, but they're suede too, with the Raptor logo on it. I have this is called GOAT modes, and you can see I can change from 2-wheel drive to 4-wheel drive. The GOAT modes give me 7 different modes. GOAT stands for goes over all terrains, or as I like to say, greatest of all time, because that's what this vehicle is. I absolutely love it. And the 7 features we have is we have slippery, we have tow mode, because I can tow about 4,500 pounds. Am I gonna use that? Probably not. Sport mode, because it sounds really good. Normal mode, we got off-road, Baja for the desert, and lastly, we have rock crawl to crawl on rocks. But let's go ahead and keep this on what it's probably gonna be. It's gonna be on normal and sport half the time. And also, if you look over here, I have abilities to change up my steering wheel, my exhaust, my damper. And then right here, you see this little button, the R button, doesn't stand for Raptor, it stands for Rosic. So it is Rosic mode. So whenever I hold this down, I have all my mode settings set up, and if I hold it down, it'll turn it up to Rosic mode. It's actually called the Raptor My mode. But other than that, over here, as you can see, majority of the infotainment is super responsive. It's pretty intuitive and pretty quick. I really like it. I love the size of it. It's 12 inches over here. And then for the most part, I always have CarPlay running, so I can listen to all my Spotify playlists all the time. And then I also have Alexa, but I haven't activated it yet. Right here, it says Bronco. I have a little Ford Bronco sign right here. Over here, the window switches are on here because of the fact that the doors come off the vehicle. And not only do the doors come off, but the roof comes out as well. It's super easy to take off. I haven't tried it yet because it's been freezing out in Texas lately, but the roofs come off, all 4 of them, and also the back comes off, and I have a roll bar back there as well. So that's the majority of the interior of the vehicle. It has been amazing. I love it. I've been loving driving around the city because y'all know I'm a city boy. Although as much as I love to say I'm a Texas boy, y'all think I'm riding horses in the country, but really these are the horses I be riding, the Bronco and the Porsche. And driving this, honestly, I don't like saying it, but I don't know why I'm enjoying this way more than the 911 lately. I think it's just so comfortable, especially after GM gave me the Hummer to test drive and check it out. I feel like a bigger car has been a necessity. When a lot of people are probably gonna ask, so does that mean you have the Tesla, the Porsche, and the Bronco now? No, the Tesla has been given to my father as, a gift because of the fact that my dad does not like paying for gas at all. So I haven't heard a single thing about him using electricity at all, and he's been enjoying it and loving it, talking to me about it. He's like, oh, can I go get it? Where should I go get it cleaned and everything? So yeah, super happy. My sister got her car, my dad got her car. I got this new thing. Now, my mom's been bothering me, but she got a good enough car already, so we don't need to hear it. I have a couple of gripes about the vehicle. One thing is, if I look out my rear view, I ain't seeing anything back there. I promise you. With that big tire and those 3 lights that indicate that this is a wider vehicle, anything that's bigger than 70 inches, I believe, needs those 3 lights and is blocking my view. So I just got to go faster and then lane change. This car should have came with a rear view camera to switch. I feel like this would have been the best place to put it. It does have over here a little charging thing if I want to put a dash cam. Up here, I have a bunch of auxiliary switches that go one by one. And what I can do is I can add a bunch of accessories that I want to put on it. Think about maybe adding a light bar, but that's the majority of the front portion of the vehicle. They need to let you put auto switch off and on as an option from the beginning. I hate clicking it all the time. I don't like auto switch off and on. It feels like I'm driving a manual car and I've just stalled and it just looks embarrassing. So I don't like it. I always turn it off in the 911 and in here as well. All right, now we jump out from the back. We jump out from the front. And look how tall I am, all right? Rosic no longer a short king, but now we jump off and go to the back. All right, now back here, if I ever have any guests that need to be here, the one thing I've noticed about the back is you have to stand up straight like the whole time. I feel like it's very upright being in the back of the vehicle. Another cool thing is the window switches are right here. We got more chargers, USB-C, USB-A in this corner. And lastly, we have a house outlet back here. This whole piece comes off versus the front, it's the first 2. And then this whole piece comes off, and then you can see probably in the back the roll bar back there as well. Lastly, Oh, Rostic, why are you talking about the gas tank? All right, if you look at the gas tank over here, there's a little bit of Easter eggs all over the car, just like I showed you in the beginning. Over here, we have the original Bronco. We have the concept of the Bronco. This one's 1969, this one's 2019. And finally, the Bronco Raptor, or the Bronco 4-door, which released in 2022. I think it came out a couple years later after the 2-door Bronco. I've personally been wanting a Bronco ever since they came out. At the time that I purchased the Tesla, it was at the time when it was quarantine prices and it wasn't looking good. You know, a lot of cars were getting losing features because of the fact of the chip shortage, and also dealerships are charging a hefty price on all cars as well. So the Tesla made most sense back then, and now that we are back to regular prices to an extent, I was finally able to pick up this baby right here, and I'm super happy about it. It's a really nice, I feel like whenever I'm driving the 911, I have to constantly, you know, I want to baby it, I want to take care of it, but with this thing, I don't put as much emphasis on it because I feel like it's easier to work on versus, you know, have to take the 911 to get service, because if I want to work on the engine for that car, they have to drop it out of the car. And then that's about it. It is tinted, like I'm telling you, this thing looks like a big Batmobile tumbler. So now I got my Batmobile and I have my tumbler. This thing is amazing. I absolutely love it. I was cross-shopping between thinking of getting the Hummer EV was out of the price range of what I wanted. I was looking at Land Rover Defenders, you know, those break-a-lot, so you know, but still amazing cars. It was also the F-150 Raptor and the Tundra TRD Pro. I just wanted something that I wanted as kind of like my daily drive grocery getter around the city, and then I'd pull out the 911 on the weekend. And I think it's a perfect combination of two vehicles I love. Now I have my sport luxury vehicle, Porsche 911 Carrera S, and now I have my daily off-road vehicle as the Ford Bronco Raptor. I think Ford has been doing such a great job when it comes to the Raptor models, and I absolutely love it. This one has a V6 twin turbo. It sounds pretty great too. It doesn't sound anything like the V8 in the 392 Jeep, but I still think you get a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to this vehicle. It has a bunch of added add-ons for off-roading that if you're looking for a vehicle to go off-roading with, this is the one. You know, I used to love Jeep Wranglers, but the thing about Jeep Wranglers, when you drive them, you know, you got death wobble. Also on the inside, you hear a lot of wind noise. I feel like the Bronco is built very sturdy and you don't get as much wind noise compared to other off-road vehicles as well. All right, so this was a full tour of my new Bronco Raptor. Although it is a off-road vehicle, it makes a statement in the city for sure. Excited to be driving this around. I hope you see me around Dallas-Fort Worth, and I'll be in this baby. And other than that, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to turn on notifications to be notified of the next video. I have much more to show you when it comes to the Porsche 911 as well as the Bronco Raptor. So I'll see you again next time.